this is a really good point, because what's really good is if you've rescued these hens, then perfect, because they don't have to be in a horrible like situation, battery hens, or they're not being used and abused basically. You're obviously just eating the eggs as and when they're laid, rather than simulating night and day 3 times, which is what they do in the egg industry. They'll have a simulation of night and day 3 times so that the hens produce 3 times as many eggs as they're meant to. But here's the thing, I don't even think hens are meant to lay 1 egg a day. I think that we've like bred them to be that way, and it's actually taxing on their body. And I've also heard that when they lay an egg, they actually sometimes like to eat them for nutrients, and because it potentially was a baby or anything like that, when they do lay an egg, they like to keep them. And it can stress them and give them anxiety when they get taken away from them. Now, if that's all they've known because they've been in the egg industry and stuff, then fair enough. Like, if you want to just look after them, if you want to have their eggs, that's up to you. In terms of eggs themselves, they've got more cholesterol in than like a Big Mac or something. They've got a lot of cholesterol in. And also in terms of the spiritual level, because you're eating animal consciousness, or something that has come from the vibration of animal consciousness, it's descending your consciousness. So humans are of a higher consciousness than animals, and so when you eat something that's of a lower consciousness, you're literally like basically feeding your animal nature. You know how people say you can either feed the ego or you can feed the soul? Well, when you eat animals or something that's come from an animal, you're eating the consciousness and the awareness of an animal. And animals are animalistic in nature, so it's all of a much lower energy than what we need. And also, if the hens have had trauma and suffered in the past, they could still be carrying that around in their bodies, and every egg they produce is literally a creation of their energy and their vibration. So it's an extension of them. And so when you have that, again, it's just lower vibrational stuff that you're eating and consuming. What you consume, you kind of like become what you consume. If and when you can, I'll just give them up completely, but it's nice for you to be looking after them and to be giving them a good life. But I personally kind of think that with animals now, we need to just try and look after them and give them a good end of life. And then after that, like, stop buying them as pets. Like, rescue them. If anyone needs rescuing, rescue them. But once they've all been rescued and that's it, we just need to leave them in nature now and let them be. Like, let's just stop buying them as pets. Let's stop needing to breed them and stuff, and let's just let them be. And we can look after them still. Like, sometimes I think, you know, if there's a load of sheep, because we've domesticated them to a point where some of them actually do need our assistance, and that's fine, we can do that. So let's say there are sheep and in the future everyone's vegan, we don't eat sheep, we don't even use their wool for clothes. Well, it's okay for us to still build them a shelter and to still assist them and feed them, and pick some nice fruit and give them some fruit when we're going for a little walk or something. It's nice to assist animals and plants in all different ways, but we don't need to be using them. We can just be here to be guardians and to assist the earth and its inhabitants, really.